everyone, welcome back to the RV Max US channel. Thank you all so much for your support, and we have made many friends with you over the years, and we've got a great family here at RV Max that we're blessed to say extends out of our blood. Today we've got a treat. This is a 2006 Prevost Marathon bus, and this coach has a bunk floor plan, which you don't see too often in these high-end conversion Prevost buses. The face of this coach is in excellent shape, and you begin to see some of those amazing graphics that you see on this Marathon coach. We've also got some nice custom styling here, and there's a few little stress cracks here in this little bumper piece, which we plan on having repaired. Now this grill down here is a beautiful custom Marathon coach grill, and you also have all kinds of extra fiberglass pieces and body styling up on the top of the coach, which includes another Marathon grill hidden up in that little front head scoop on the coach. Now there's a couple little minor imperfections up here. You've got a few dings, handful there, you know, handfuls. Not that bad though. I mean, you can't see it until you completely get up on it. And again, for the miles, it's in excellent shape. The paint looks nice, and we've got a nice looking setup up here. You know, sometimes you're gonna see little bits of corrosion on things here and there. That happens. You know, some parts are just made to be replaced, and you can have it done at like O'Reilly's or something like that. And you got to watch out on rubbers. We have bought Prevost coaches and other coaches in the past that had super low miles and had a lot of age on them, and we had to go through and replace a lot of the rubber bits and bobs that are up in the suspension and the brakes because they just sat around and dried up. So again, little bits of corrosion on windshield wipers. Sometimes you'll see it on these mirrors if you've got, so that's the next level, right? How much corrosion has the coach been in? Has it began to peel these mirrors? And these mirrors are super clean. They're Ramco's with the top hat, and they're in excellent shape. These are super cool. Like, look at this one. It like sweeps around over here. It's amazing. And we've got a little bit of fog in this window here. Now this coach does have the 365 size front and tag axle tires, and they have date codes of 2022 on them. And again, garage kept. So they are in excellent shape. And I love the fenders on this coach too. They've got this beautiful paint, the paint. So the graphics on the coach have been airbrushed. That's what I believe is going on to my layman paint eyes. And yes, there's one or two little minor chips here and there. Okay, it's not perfect. This is a 2006 motor coach, nearly, holy cow, nearly 20 years old. I can't be saying stuff like that, so because like I'm 25, so, but anyways, still, it's crazy that this coach has that age on it, because this is like one of my favorite paint jobs that I've seen on any coach. It's stunning. There's bits of like blue, like a creamy blue in there. It's just a phenomenal paint scheme, absolutely timeless. I love the use of black too. On a lot of Marathon coaches. So the front here with these windows just has this beautiful black paint that kind of encompasses them. And it looks pretty natural in this setup because some of the older Marathons really did it, but this one, it's still going on. You see how this darker stripe here encapsulates the rear window? So it makes the windows more low-key, it just makes it more sleek. And then it kind of gives some angling to it too, because it's like a rectangle and they stretched it like this, right? Anyways, super cool. I love the paint on this coach. I can go on and on about the paint. Now around back, this coach has a 14-liter Detroit Series 60, which is a beast. Legendary motor. This is going to take you anywhere in the country you want to see, and you can take this bus. So easy access, legendary Prevost service network out there to take care of this chassis and engine if you need anything on the road or just regular maintenance. The Prevost facilities are legendary, as we know. Now, these Marathon coaches are actually built out in Oregon, and they are some of the most well-built and well put together coaches out there. They're very open with their process. I love their YouTube channel. Anyways, they make super cool content that goes in depth on their new builds and all that kind of stuff, and all kinds of other types of content. Now, anyways, back to the subject at hand. This beautiful coach. So we've got more of that marathon styling that sets this Prevost coach apart, and I think contributes to the timeless effect about it. You know, you really can't tell what age this thing is. We've got a grill up here, which interestingly has been painted. And then again, more of that beautiful paintwork. The metallic on the marathon badge that's been painted into this coach, stunning. Now there's excellent access to this motor, as we know. These fenders, again, are stunning, especially on the dually and tag axle, because it's such a big fender. Now there's one little center cap here that we need to put back on. So that does exist on the coach and is something being chewed on. Now, down over here is our docking light. We've got a few of them around the coach. That's going to be chassis side. And then we do have house side lighting for the patio area, which is fantastic. And you've got a great awning package. So we've got 4 awnings that surround the perimeter of the coach, with the smaller awnings on that side. So they're still covering the length of the coach, but they pretty much cover the slides and maybe an extra foot or so, if that. So those, along with these larger full-length patio awnings, give the coach a really nice presence. And if you've got some rain, it can make you feel a little more comfortable at times if you want to just keep it off your slides. Although we do have Prevost slides on this coach, which means we've got nice Prevost air seal. Now let's go ahead and step inside this coach with the slides closed up. And beautiful marathon finish on this door here. I love all the chrome, and the door handle is like this huge piece. So step right up. There is a bit of storage below the step here. There's a couple cracked tiles on the entrance step as we walk in here, which is kind of minor. So I'm going to step up in here. I love this like curved little set area so I can put my shoes here. I just hit a few lights via the controls that the passenger has. And as you can see, this coach is great going down the road. It's a really nice looking coach in here. I love all the accent lights, lots of seating. Let me hit a few more lights. LED lights keep this thing lit well. We've got our water closet over here. You can walk right in. The shower, you can walk right in. We've got more lights here, switch lights, door. Oh, there's another door. I'm just pressing buttons. Great access to the shower here. You can walk right in that big old thing. Obviously, this whole area of the coach doesn't get affected by the slides. Here's another excellent facet. You know, I feel like a lot of these conversion buses they try to think about what you're going to use while you're going down the road or while you have the slides closed. But not all of them do it super well. Some of those quad slides can be a trade-off. You get a little less interior space while you're traveling, but obviously more space once the slide is open, or the slides are open. This coach, I think, has a great setup for using it with the slides closed. Now let's go ahead and open the slides up and take a tour of this interior. All right, now we've got the slides deployed on this coach, and as you can see, we've got a lot of space in here compared to before. We've got the whole driver slide here extended. This includes this custom dinette here. I love the shape of this table. It's kind of funky. Along with this J couch, it just looks like a luxury J couch. You've also got this cool little accent cabinetry going on with these plexiglass pieces that curve, fit perfectly, and then cover up these little display cabinets that are kind of placed throughout this living space up front. And I think it gives it a unique look. You've also got these LED accent lights throughout the bus, including in these display cabinets. Now the ceilings are all this beautiful Alcantara leather material, which contributes to the sound deadening in the bus, along with these cloth style couches. This to me is a pretty comfortable couch. No neck support back here, but I'm already feeling sleepy sitting here. Oh, it's spreading the car now. Oh no. All right, so up here we've got an updated LG TV. There is some fog in this window back over here, which could be rectified pretty easily. And then there's another big drop-down smart TV that comes out of the ceiling in the front of the coach, which is pretty slick. You've also got this beautiful kind of dark brown leather up there in the cockpit. It's a really nice, tasteful color package in this interior, I think. And the brown also continues on the backdrop Alcantara up here. You've got this classic design up here that you see in a lot of marathons, and the accent leather pieces. You've also got dimmable LED lights everywhere. I love the accent lights up here. We've got more leather, cloth, just a really beautiful bespoke interior. Marathon is known for doing incredible interiors. And by the way, both of these couches do jackknife, so it's super easy. You just grab that thing and it goes flat like that. Now right over here in our galley space, we've got a beautiful faucet here with the pot cleaner. We've got a little chip in our Corian insert here, but a very deep sink. Those don't weigh 20 million pounds, which is kind of nice. Now down here, you've got these, look at the cabinet hinges. It's so well done. It's beautiful, beautiful cabinet. I love when these manufacturers do that kind of bespoke curved cabinetry. It just looks really cool. Now here we've got a very deep drawer. I love that Marathon put their Excellence by Design logo right over here on the inside of this compartment. And then down below, we do have a dishwasher in a drawer, which opens very easily and is blending in with the rest of the cabinetry here. I don't think I locked that, but I'll come back and make sure this thing is locked. Now right up here, we do have a Gaggenau two-burner stove, and whoever knows how to pronounce that probably cracking up. But I believe these are 220-volt burners. I could be wrong about that. But you know, a lot of RVs, they use 120 appliances. Some of these Prevost buses actually give you 220-volt appliances, which is pretty cool. A lot of people complain about that, especially with the 120-volt dryers. Now, above this, we do have a microwave convection oven and the middle thermostat for our mid air conditioning. We've got another thermostat up front and another one in the back here. So as we step back here, there is a refrigerator right here. It's an Amana household. Works brilliantly. There's storage up top here, very deep. And then you do have these slide out pantries. All carpeted, pretty clean. Again, not perfect. This is a 2006, but pretty dang clean considering its age. And this carpet is so unforgiving. So you can always recover this if you'd like. Those just, ooh, that almost caught my finger there. And those just snap in place there. Now there is an air pocket door right here, but when you're parked and you want to enjoy the scenery, you don't want to hear your compressor running all the time, you can just use these manually. Because as you can see, with everything turned off, these float around just like a regular manual door. Now, stepping back here, we are in our bathroom space. So we have a water closet over here with the tiling that goes up on the wall there. Just gives it a little extra posh feeling. Mirrors are nice. You've got your own sink. You've got storage compartments down below. It's a big porcelain toilet. And then across from that, we do have our big squared off shower. So this shower is quite substantial, actually. Quite nice. We've got nice tile work here. I've got a bench seat. I've got a thermostat on my faucet. And I've got my pressure control right here, which is pretty cool. Updated faucet here. It's not original. I've got Corian soap holders right over here. And there is an exhaust fan directly above me. Now there's a little cover piece that we've got to put back on this exhaust fan. It's literally a Corian piece that covers it, and it just finishes off the interior of the shower. Now the tint on this glass is such that you can barely see in there. You know, and it kind of gives you a little bit of privacy, but of course you can shut off the door here and get some privacy. Now moving back, this is where this coach gets a little more special and interesting. We have a 3-bunk setup right here. The air pocket doors have actually been shut off for safety purposes, but you do have 3 nice bunks here. I'm 5'11", and as you can see, I don't entirely fit lengthwise in here. All right, but this is still a good size. I'm a 5'11" adult male. Got my own lights. I got my own little vent where I could get some air conditioning. Oh, and a nice little bye-bye thing. Actually gets kind of cozy and quiet in here. All right. I've never actually slept in a bunk, I don't think. God, I think they're all the same size here. Yeah, that's a nice setup. But you can also turn this into a closet if you want. You can, as you see, they still have the bar up top here. Now, right across the street from that, we do have our washer dryer stack with a little storage up top. And here is our own sink for this area. So you've got your sink, you've got storage space up top, you've got storage space down below, and then another pocket door right here, right before you get to your main rear suite. Now this main rear suite currently has a queen in it. You could fit a king here, I believe. At very least, you could do an Olympic queen, but I think there is room for a king. We do have these beautiful windows that surround the headboard here. This, I think, is kind of unique. You don't see this often. A lot of times they're gonna have headboards back here. I am a massive fan of the windows. You see the newer Tiffins going to that, the newer Newmars going to that, and a lot of the newer Prevosts as well are kind of allowing more windows back here behind the headboard, and I'm one of those fans as well. This coach being an 06, kind of rare to see that. Now up here we do have storage, so those are going to come and lock into place, and you've got another iPad there to control lights and things like that in the coach. And then back here you have sort of a walk-in closet, and there is a updated TV located right here. It looks fantastic. I really like all these newer LED lights, how they play off all the colors on this material especially. Looks gorgeous. And the white on the cabinetry is another thing that it just makes it look more timeless, I think. You know, you've got a lot of timeless features in here. So the white actually goes well, and it's definitely not white out. You've got these nice tans and little warmer colors. It's just a nice interior, you know? Anyways, it's a balanced interior. Now, right back here, you've got another thermostat for your air conditioning. There's another one by the headboard. You've got storage right here. You've got more storage here. And then this is like a flip down chair. So you could like put your shoes on here. It's kind of cool. And then again, and then right back here we have our walk-in closet. So there's another pocket door there, and expansive space, really nice. Yeah, gotta love a Marathon bus. And this does have a Crestron system to run the iPads and things like that. So it's kind of like a Liberty or a lot of coaches that use Crestron, including production coaches. But yeah, this is a nice closet. I mean, this could be another bunk room if you wanted to. And this is actually a really long bunk, right? So I'm 5'11", and here's your more than 6-footer right here. So, you know, finding these high-end buses that have some bunks is kind of rare, right? Because sometimes people don't want to have a whole room full of bunks like you see on some of the tour buses. This floor plan is still a high-end Marathon with bunks, not a bunk coach that has living quarters. All right, let's go check out how this coach drives on the road, which is a Prevost. I mean, come on. That's like Captain Obvious, but I think I just want to go drive the bus. Now, the first compartment behind the passenger side front wheel is where our generator is located. This is a 20 kilowatt Kohler generator with about 5,400 hours, and it is on a generator slide tray. Now, next door, we've got some gauges here for our generator, as well as an extra set of outlets and a pass-through storage compartment with a slide tray, all carpeted. And next to that is our entertainment bay. This is a Vizio Smart TV, and the whole thing will slide out, giving you a little more storage back behind there, and just letting you bring that TV out so you can get it a little more in view. Now, there's also a little outside sound system here, and to the left of our entertainment bay is where our utilities and tanks are located. We've got water pumps, we've got valves for our freshwater system. Auto fresh fill valve is located right here. We've also got a nice water expansion tank here, so you've got more consistent water flow, and it's a really beautiful little wet bay here with lots of stainless. We've got a little built-in pressure gauge here. and a release. You've got an extra water outlet over here, and just all around looks very nice. Now the first bay behind our passenger side tag axle is where our house batteries are located. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe 6 8D series interstate house batteries on this coach in a pretty easily accessible location. Now over here we've got our engine access. We've got 4 starting batteries there on the bottom. We've got our Webasto burner located behind this nice metal cage. We've got an air intake filter up here. We've got cutoffs there. We've got jump points there. Moving on, this is the legendary 14-liter Detroit Series 60 with a massive side radiator fan setup. These things are great. So you can take that little valve right there, duck off pressure from these bags, allowing you to easily change the belts whenever you need to. And this engine bay is super clean. Love the side radiator fan access here. You just pull this stainless door out of the way and it will give you access to it. You've also got another compartment here that opens up and gives you even more access to all those radiators. And the radiators are in excellent shape. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, those look like they've been replaced. This is our main plumbing bay. This is where you're going to dump, you're going to connect your 50 amp, all from underneath this bay. And I love the stainless finish that Marathon does. They've kept this design for so long, and it just looks poppin' when you open it up. What those valves do up top is they let you shut off individual outlets so you can continue using your water system without having to stop and repair the leak. You've also got a very convenient water gravity fill over here. That is quite thoughtful. A beautiful outside sink, as well as a soap dispenser, paper towel dispenser, all well done, very nicely built. Then you've got your city water inlet, as well as your black and gray inlets, all with nice quick connect fittings on them. And to the left of this compartment, we actually have a little bit of extra storage, as well as all the original manuals located safely in the storage compartment, in these storage boxes. I like the little extra net there so you can put a few extra things. And then your inverters are located up top. You've got 2 4,000 watt inverters, which let you run 2 air conditioning units just off battery power. In fact, I'm running one right now just off of battery power. Now this is the other side of our pass-through storage compartment. And this right here is extra storage. We also have the Zip-D Marathon chairs. There's 4 of them in total, I believe. 2 of them are located right here. And right inside this compartment, you do have a good bit of extra storage, as well as some extra little knickknacks and paddywhacks. Now this front compartment will open up on these Prevost buses. There's no need to go too deep right now. But for more detailed videos on how these beautiful Marathons are built, be sure to check out Marathon's YouTube channel. All right, time to buckle up, put this coach in drive, and hit the road. I actually have my camera just sitting on the dash on a little tripod here. So you're gonna see the ability to just drive around in a bus with a cup of coffee on the dash and be able to get away with it. And the way these Prevost buses drive is just quite incredible. This coach, you don't even feel or hear the motor from back there, and they just drive true and true. As you can see, I'm making this sharp left here out of our lot, and the camera is just sitting there on the dash unbothered. And this is just a tried and true Prevost bus. Unbelievably smooth. What more could you ask for? These are legendary coaches for a good reason. And this bus certainly feels the job. These also have all steel disc brakes. And this particular coach has the big 365 size tires, front and tag, which is nice to have. You know, Marathon has been building a coach for a long time out there in Oregon, and they do a heck of a job. I love sitting up in this leather-wrapped cockpit. The rest of the bus is beautiful. The paint job is absolutely stunning. and the way it drives is like none other. It is a proper, true Prevost bus. There could be a couple kiddos in the bunks just hanging out, doing their thing, you know. And that's the beauty of having a well-finished marathon coach. You're going to be happy as parents, and your guests are going to be happy as well because they're going to have their own private space. Yeah, this bus is just fantastic. It's got a dual-stage exhaust brake, no transmission retarder, and the cockpit is just such a nice layout for me. But it was a lot of fun test driving this coach. You know, these Prevosts are always amazing us here at RV Max, and we just can't get enough of them. You may call us crazy, and you might be rightfully calling us crazy to have all these Prevost buses, but at least we're having fun, right? And I hope that the next owners of this bus have a lot of fun with it as well. Thank you all for the support. It means a lot. It means everything. We'll see you all in the next video.